Hey, Jet. Actually, let me take a roll real quick. You can go ahead and pick your thumbs up.
Hi.
Where'd that come from, that high?
I don't know.
Is it the middle?
What? The middle. What does that mean?
The show.
The middle?
How do you know about the middle?
I watched the
I like
middle.
the middle.
I thought that was like just me and my mom.
Just you and your mom.
I thought we were the only. I thought me and my mom were the only viewers of that show.
No, you didn't.
We're slowly finding out that every single person on Earth has watched the middle at least once. Never even heard of it.
I do not like Malcolm in the Middle, but I like the middle.
That's where Captain America was when he came out of the ice.
That's so true.
That's very true.
Look at the McDonald's though. I'm hungry, bro.
Would you work at that?
Would you work at that?
Would you work at that?
How much do they pay?
I bet that McDonald's
60 grand.
sucks.
60 grand for
An
what?
hour.
Yeah, I'd work there.
I hope your
It's a McDonald's. They pay you minimum wage.
We will get to what we did yesterday after
yellow McDonald's cars.
fall break, I think, because that's when we start Unit 3 and all that has to do with Unit 3. But most of you did it, and I'm very happy. Some didn't, and I'm like, really? But, you know, I understand. Most of you probably don't even need this credit to graduate, so we're just trying to make it non-painful and maybe learn a little something
I didn't do
at the
it.
same time. You know?
I want to do it.
Sure.
I did mine.
So, let me explain the best I can. You see, Kane, what I try to do is on Fridays is to try to get you to engage things that you probably normally wouldn't engage, to throw out different ideas, different ways of looking at things, right? Whether it's movement or physical or food or philosophical, whatever it is. Fridays are just a day for me to try to introduce you to something that you might not normally be introduced to. How's that? And for some people, well, I get it, you're young. I mean, I was in high school, I didn't care either, but I'm hoping that some of it'll stick. Like, at least maybe there's something that you'll like gravitate towards, and it might lead to bigger things later. I don't know. But today, because we've been talking about capitalism a little bit, yes, sir.
We've already been introduced to it.
So we talked a little bit about capitalism just because on Monday we're going to talk about Karl Marx, and what we're watching today has everything to do with capitalism. Now, Kane, I'll also tell you that most of the things that I show you have impacted the way I look at life. It's not saying that you have to look at it that way. The things that I show you are just things that I'm excited about, because most of the things that I show you, I have implemented into my existence. Does that make sense? And they've helped me have a better life, at least in terms of my understanding. I'm not trying to mold you to think the way I think. It's just these are things that have impacted me, and if they've impacted me, maybe they can impact others. That kind of thing. I taught two of my daughters, and one of them, when she was a sophomore in high school, she took my world history class. And I used to show, I don't anymore, but I used to show this little documentary called Meat Your Meat. Meat, like hello meat, your meat, the stuff you eat, okay? And so I showed this video to the entire class, and unbeknownst to me, that one video at that point in her life completely changed her trajectory of what she wanted to do. So she had this epiphany, right? And she completely engaged her world in a different way. So she really latched onto this, okay? So much so, young Kane, that she is now in sustainable agriculture as a job. So the hope is that maybe there's a practical thing you can take. Now, granted, last week with the parking lot, you guys just weren't having it. Right, I looked around, it's like, even the parking lot kids weren't having the parking lot.
Yes.
Like, those type of kids were like, I'm not watching this, even though it's about them. but that's okay. This one changed my life. Like, I've adapted so much of this idea into my own existence. And it's really helped me practically live better. It's a way to have really nice quality things and yet still find meaning in the things that I have, but not needing to have so many of those nice things. Does that make sense? So it's a way for the Western culture that is so embedded in materialistic wealth to still have part of that wealth, but not lose their humanity within it. It's a whole movement that has occurred over the last 10 years. And so maybe it'll impact you as well. I don't know. But it impacted me. So I'm just sharing. You know, we're just sharing.
Why did you stop showing that to your need?
It's very disturbing.
Well, one, and I got to be very careful because a lot of times I show my biases. Like, there are times I'm trying to indoctrinate, and I shouldn't do that as an educator. But at the same time, I don't know how else you would be exposed to that kind of stuff, right? Like, in a class like this where we could talk about ethics, animal ethics is becoming more and more of a conversation. The way we produce food in the United States is becoming more and more of an ethical dilemma. And meat is around this ethical dilemma and how we produce it. And it just got to a point where I kind of felt like I was pushing something rather than teaching something. And I don't know if that makes sense or not. But and it's hard to watch, dude. It's just like, it's just hard. It's hard to watch. And I know most people are meat eaters, and I don't want to be that guy. It just shows how factory farming produces food. The strange thing, to me at least, and I'm not against meat, eating meat, but the thing that bothers me is we know how sentient, how social, and how smart pigs are. And yet the way we produce pork, it's horrifying to these poor creatures. Like, horrifying what we do to them. And they know what's happening. And the same can be applied to cows. So it's the way it's produced. It's the way we do it. And so,
Can be beef and pork. Can be beef, pork, and chicken.
look, and again, I'm not trying to make it.
Hot dogs are like.
People are going to eat meat because that's what we do. But to try to bring the awareness of it. And don't worry, I've got one called Cowspiracy. Has anyone seen Cowspiracy? About the way we produce cattle for meat. But the problem is, wow, you just got me off on a tangent. 100 years from now, 100 years from now, we're going to look back and be like, what the hell are we doing? Like, why is this okay to do this to animals? If we took dogs and did the same thing to dogs that we do to pigs, people would be outraged.
Dogs would taste horrible.
But we do it every day, and these poor animals are just completely suffering, and nobody cares. And this is why I don't show it, because I get on these, and it just hurts my heart. So I don't have any social media.
What are you talking about? You got me on Snapchat.
Marvel?
Bill, I'm not going to say if I had you on Snapchat, you might be dead.
What?
Because of what you probably put on Snapchat.
I don't put anything.
I don't know, what does Snapchat do? Like, what? Anyway,
It's okay.
there will be a time.
It's terrifying.
What?
What video?
Cream. It has to do with capitalism.
Show. It's in subject, right?
No, yeah, it's in subject.
I want to say
You never seen Cream?
I watched that like
How do you
3
spell
years
it?
ago and I still.
Cream, C-R-E-A-M.
Did you ever see that video
Wu-Tang?
of the chicks jumping into that ground?
The pigs?
The chicks.
Yeah, the chicks, yeah.
Little yellow things, they just jumped in the ground.
Yeah.
Oh.
what's the longest?
Do you know in England that is now an illegal practice?
Better be.
What is cream?
Disgusting. You know you
It's like a.
Yeah, but we do that all the time because we don't use the male chicks, so we just grind them up.
I thought it was the other way around. Oh wait, no.
Now, granted, there is a yeah
what?
8.
because they don't produce the eggs, and we have there are 70 billion freaking chickens on the planet.
They don't offer us.
Also, the
But the
male
baby
chicks
ones,
they'll give to exotic pet
Do what?
suppliers, and we'll feed it to monitors.
Wow.
Well, would you rather just be ground up and get it over with, or live in a state of nature that's not your nature? Like we will take pigs and put them in what do they call it? Ingestation crates, where we take the mom
Did you look
and we
at
just
Ryan
keep
like
her
he
in
did?
this pen where she cannot move, so she can suckle the young. Just keep her there.
Terrible.
But will it change the way you consume meat? No. So that's the disconnect. Huh?
But you eat chicken too, so I'm gonna hurt.
Do what? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I watched it a while ago.
You should still watch.
Chick-fil-A is not free range.
Not even close.
It's not free range at all.
Said it's free range into his stomach.
You said how many chickens?
70 billion?
So sad. Don't show it.
26 billion? So maybe there's 70 billion farm animals then. Look that number up.
Mr. Dunn, can we watch the Black Panther?
Chickens will reproduce like it's nothing. You put a male chicken
Maybe
and a
one
girl
day.
chicken in the
The new
cage.
one?
What's good for a season?
Blackfish is good.
Can we just desensitize ourselves to horrible world catastrophes?
You're a horrible world catastrophe. It's sitting right next to me.
Yeah, no, desensitize.
No, I'm not. I cry about it every night.
That's what I heard.
Good. Dude, I'm like, no, I don't want to see Balls to.
Did you ever watch the platform?
No.
Which one?
The platform. You should watch it.
No, but I started it.
You did?
It's in, yeah, and there's a bunch of pigs at the beginning. Yeah. You want to see Meet Your Meat?
Sorry. I don't think
Oh,
No, it's just
there's
a-
the
it's
big
just a-
pig with the apple in its mouth that's getting
Also,
killed. Maybe that's what he's talking about.
Oh.
And then he's like
I've
yelling
never
about
seen
like
it.
bad quality
Never seen the
pig.
platform. What is it? Is it good?
Yes, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Do you remember that movie?
And we'll start this one after lunch.
Hot wood.
But I'll show you Meet Your Meat.
Oh,
Brothers.
What?
Brothers.
This is,
Bro,
this
bro,
single
butters.
lady-
Butters.
Butters. God is Minecraft.
Will, do you agree with Ethan that I'm the world's worst catastrophe?
What?
Do you agree with Ethan that I'm the world's worst catastrophe?
You're the world's biggest mistake.
So we're all watching it now?
Are you gonna raise your kids like?
What?
Are you
It's only
gonna?
12 minutes?
What you are about to see is beyond your worst nightmares.
Wait, I changed my mind.
Intensive production farms and killed in slaughterhouses
Dang,
is cold,
that was-
inescapable reality. Once you see for yourself the routine cruelty involved in raising animals for food, you'll understand why millions of compassionate people have decided to leave meat off their plates for good.
Itchy?
I heard that's turkeys and chickies.
Chickens are probably the
Turkeys and
most
chickens.
abused animals on the face of the planet. They are crammed into filthy sheds by the tens of thousands, immersed in their own excrement among the corpses of other birds who died of heart attacks or stress. Some even die of starvation brought on by becoming crippled from growing so large, so fast that their legs can't withstand the weight, which makes them unable to reach food. After being genetically manipulated and fed antibiotics to promote unnaturally rapid growth, their hearts, lungs, and legs often break down under the added weight. Heart attacks and crippling leg deformities are far too common.
Where am I my
A
chickens. They
PETA
got
investigation found
One of my
this
chickens
farmer
is dead.
killing sick and injured turkeys
They died.
by beating them with a metal rod and then tossing them aside, leaving them still conscious and suffering. This was deemed legal and standard by the industry. These turkeys were left to languish for 6 hours before being loaded back onto another truck to be taken injured to the slaughterhouse another 4 hours from
I've
the
seen
scene
those
of this
trucks. The
accident.
chicken trucks. Have you seen them in alcohol?
This undercover video shows the standard method of
That's
gathering
all
chickens
right.
for slaughter.
Some of them fall out.
You
Just
don't
like
drive.
cars.
After enduring weeks of filthy, crowded conditions, the animals are loaded onto trucks and
Driving
taken
on
through
off-road
extreme
highway.
weather conditions without
I
food or
do.
water to
I did used
slaughterhouses.
to. I avoid it.
Where they are snapped into shackles by their fragile legs and have their throats slit, often while still conscious. Many are scalded alive in the feather removal tanks. If you thought it couldn't be any worse, think again. Between 5 and 11 hens are crammed into tiny wire cages during egg production. The animals might go insane from the oppressive conditions and attack one another, so their beaks, which are filled with nerve endings, are painfully seared off with a hot blade. These hens are so crowded that they are unable to spread even one wing during their entire miserable lives. They are unable to do anything natural, such as dust bathing.
I think this is little Clifford right here. Clifford. I
How,
mean,
how is this Clifford?
so I would argue that to be ignorant of something because
To believe
you want
something without
to
sufficient
partake
knowledge
in the
more than that.
system is the equivalent of believing something without sufficient evidence.
But what if you understand?
So am I supposed to go vegan?
Then
I wanna be like that.
What?
Then what can you do?
I want to be the guy with the stick.
Farmers enter the grass. It takes an average of 34 hours in these conditions to produce just one egg. When egg production drops, producers often shock the bodies of the worn-out birds into another laying cycle by withholding food for up to 14 days. Many die of starvation. Because their bones are so weak and their bodies so worn down, up to 90% of hens have broken bones or are hemorrhaging by the time they make it to slaughter.
What is that? That's his balls, bro.
That's his balls, bro.
Cattle are castrated and their horns chopped off
Oh god, I don't even have horns.
and are repeatedly branded, all without painkillers.
How could you do that?
At auctions, electric prods are used to torment the frightened animals into going where the workers want them to go.
I think there should be no fences. All three of them.
The USDA allows meat from animals with cancerous lesions and pus-filled wounds to be certified as USDA pure, so injuries and illnesses often go untreated. After enduring close to a year crammed into feedlots, cattle are loaded onto transport trucks and shipped through all weather extremes. At slaughter, their throats are slit open, and many are skinned and dismembered while still fully conscious. Dairy cows have it even worse. Even though they give milk for the same reason that humans do, for their babies, on today's dairy farms, mother cows are treated as nothing more than milk machines. 40% of dairy cows are lame by the time they reach the slaughterhouse. They are hooked up to machines a few times per day, machines that often injure them. At the end of their lives, they are either sent straight to slaughter or are sold for slaughter at cattle auctions. More than 100,000 cows are unable to walk off the transport trucks every year, yet they are slaughtered for human food anyway. At a fraction of their natural lifespan, they're shipped to slaughter. Most hamburger in this country comes from spent dairy cows. Cows give milk for their offspring, not for human beings. These mother cows are impregnated annually to keep the milk flowing, and their babies are torn from them shortly after birth, which causes both of them profound distress. Many of the males are sold to veal farmers, who cram them into tiny crates where they cannot turn around or even comfortably lie down. If you're consuming milk, you're supporting the veal industry. Veal calves, who can barely walk because their muscles have atrophied from a lack of use and an anemia-inducing diet, are also often sold at auctions. Confined to tiny stalls that don't even allow mother pigs to turn around for most of their pregnancy, the first time that these animals will breathe fresh air is when they are on the back of a truck headed for the slaughterhouse. Many will go insane from the complete lack of stimulation. Shortly after birth, baby pigs have their ears mutilated, the ends of their teeth chopped off, their tails cut off, and they are also castrated, all without any painkillers. Pigs who aren't growing quickly enough, called fall-behinds, are killed by being slammed headfirst against the concrete floor, as you see here. Like chickens, pigs grow so quickly that they can't walk normally. Their limbs simply can't sustain their drug-induced bulk. Many pigs become ill or injured, but are not put out of their misery because as long as they're still alive, they have a chance of generating profits for the company if they can make it to slaughter. Those who obviously can't make it to the slaughterhouse are shot with a captive bolt gun so that they don't waste the company's money by eating feed. Moving pigs by beating them with gate rods is one of the more common forms of abuse. Pigs are often packed so tightly together on unventilated trucks that their limbs snap under the weight of other terrified animals, and they sometimes freeze to the sides of the truck or die of dehydration. In fact, 400,000 pigs who are unable to walk off the truck arrive at the slaughterhouses each year. 100,000 arrive dead. These are industry figures. Some speculate that the real numbers are much higher. After being electrically prodded and forced onto the killing floor, improper stunning causes pigs to endure having their throats slit while they are still awake. Some are burned alive in the scalding tank that is used for hair removal. Please think about what you've seen. Every time we sit down to eat, we make a choice. Please choose vegetarianism. Do it for the animals, do it for the environment, and do it for your health. To find out more, check out PETA's vegetarian website, goveg.com.
Have a good lunch. I'll see you after lunch.
Belle has to judge me about being vegetarian.
He said go on. Why are you There's pictures already of our school, like on our website.
Yeah, but they're imbeciles.
Oh.
They're Italians, dimwits. No, they can't even cook. Well, I can't either, but I'm an idiot.
Yeah. We all are.
I love when I tell someone who's imbecile, he says, well, you are a creature. I know that.
I think we're all.
Like, people, every time I insult someone, they insult me back. Bitch, you may hate me, but you never hate me as much as I hate myself.
Always gotta have something to fall back on.
I want drummer boys.
Yeah, we just got like scarred emotionally.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, my drummer boys. Yeah.
It's gonna be serving like a hamburger or something. I can't eat lunch. What the fuck?
You have a thing to do.
You gotta grab a PBJ.
Am I just supposed to like stare at the hamburger?
Well, we're
What do you think they're giving hamburgers for lunch?
I hope not.
Hamburgers or hot dogs?
Let's go. Let's go to Chick-fil-A.
Hamburgers or hot dogs for lunch?
I don't know.
Okay, the video was to say, but consider this. Meat taste is good.
It does. But
So
is it
the
worth
problem
it?
isn't we are eating meat and we should. The problem is we are abusing animals and we shouldn't.
Yeah.
The problem isn't you eating pork. It's the animal being drugged to death.
If it offers you any solace, there are ways to farm animals. Yes. And there are companies that do it.
Yeah.
That is not the only practice that shows up. But it is common.
This isn't from the ethical ones, so the food that we're eating is served.
Definitely not. Yo, what's for lunch? Hey, pizza. Pizza.
Rectangle pizza?
No, circle.
You don't use your head anyway. Use it the way.
Come on, guys. I'll get a snack. Calm it down.
Yeah, what's up with that?
We just got emotionally scarred.
One.
Wow, what happened? Did you talk about
one was? Where
You know we have meat for lunch.
Yeah.
We're on the quiz?
Yeah.
Let's see this shit. What happened in philosophy?
But hey.
What do they have there?
Pizza, but it's the shitty pizza.
Can I have some? How much does a sandwich cost?
No. It's if you get this part is free. I put this one in my pocket.
Is it pineapple? Oh, you stole it?
Yeah, I stole one, but if yes, it's a pineapple. You buffoon. What does it look like?
That's free.
This is free. Just that. I stole this one. I'm evil.
I'm making evil. What do you steal?
One of these.
What are these bad boys? What are these, man? Of them?
This one is also massive.
The best food. What is the best food?
Probably. No.
Say it. No. Come on, you're into the day. Do you want to eat my ass?
Sit on that side. I want Mariano here.
Marlon's sitting down there. Would you buy me my dad owns a flag. I'm not even
Like
kidding.
that or that flag?
It's literally like the photo of OJ. Top cars.
We just watched a documentary about how anti-state loose though.
You do know that he's loose. He played football. Whenever he was on the field, because the shoes is loose. OJ Simpson warned.
The pizza's ass, but also I can't eat it.
Tell them about the video.
It was just awful. It makes you sad.
They showed fucking.
It just makes you sad.
They took baby pigs
Yeah.
by the fucking back. They put living cows with their throat slit and like scald with hot water to get all the hair off.
Cooper, you need to sit on this
Yeah,
side.
bro. It's called meat. Yeah, it's on YouTube. You can look it up.
You ain't my son.
I think he's mad because I left him over with him. This shit tastes good.
Uh-huh. Also, it's evil.
That's all I do.
What?
This man messages me. We'll do the mountain.
It doesn't.
Not technically. Yeah, but
It doesn't want to make me go vegetarian. Like, I don't want to be a vegetarian, but it does make me like only want to buy from ethical sources. But they're fucking. It's crazy expensive.
Like, yeah, Whole Foods.
No, not Whole Foods.
Just like that. Like,
Coke is cheaper than water.
people were like audibly.
That's fucked up. Is that true? That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
It is? That's fucked up.
Sometimes certain brands.
PG.
Right. Where did
Coke is
Hayden
cheaper
go?
than PG.
For sure.
Breezy, that's your seat. Breezy, there's raspberry.
think Adam has gotten worse.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's parents.
I'll read it whenever we sing them.
You're just gonna no breezy.
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 Wrong seat. Go again.
Somebody take
Okay,
that.
no, I'll
That's
sit
awesome. Yeah, you will sit there. We're waiting.
Fine, give me.
We're waiting till Garen gets back up. No, it needs to be
You bitch. Fuck you.
unnamed. Hayden. Oh. I don't want to be near that. Everything down there.
You got Breezy?
You got Breezy, you got me. That's enough. That's equal to like one person.
What's the most powerful force in the universe?
Fortnite.
So true.
That Albert Einstein has said.
It's the cubes, bro.
Most powerful force in the universe.
That Albert Einstein has said.
Bitches.
Yeah, probably. Nah. Compound interest is the most powerful force in the universe.
That's not real. That's a made up.
Albert
Passive
Einstein.
income.
That's not real.
Albert Einstein said
That's a
so.
that's a made
Sigma
up.
male energy. That's
Einstein
That's
has
not
said so.
That's not real. That quote is
Totally
not
real quote of Einstein writing compound interest.
Yes, it is, bro. Look it up.
Why would he say that?
Because it's the most powerful. Hey, compound interest, the most powerful force in the universe, quoted by Einstein.
He definitely did not.
Yes, he
say
did,
that.
bro.
That's not real.
Okay, look it up.
Mariano, you know that's not.
Okay, look it up.
Why would Einstein write that?
That's what I thought.
I can't eat this either,
would
though.
Einstein?
That's true.
This one's evil too.
Well, the milk is evil too.
Yeah, and the milk is evil.
I don't think that's
Did
real.
he really?
Just be lactose intolerant, dog.
We said.
Bow. Bow.
Hey, you like corn?
Bow.
No.
Bow.
He never said that it was the most powerful thing. In the
Yes, he
world.
did.
No, he
In
said
the universe,
that it
not
was
the
the
world.
wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. Who doesn't takes it. He never said.
Aaron, you
that
gotta
it was the
kick him
most
out.
powerful thing. In the world.
Are you talking about the Einstein quote?
Yes.
Get Breezy
He never
out of
said
here.
it. Exactly. He said
We
something
agree.
about compound interest, but it was not that it was the most powerful thing.
Boom.
That's not
Albert
real.
Einstein said the most powerful force in the universe is compound interest.
That's why your wife is. I got like 6 white shirts. I got 2 like 2 pair of khakis.
What is
4
your
pair of khakis.
Hey, I was just
Anything
wondering,
else?
did you get your photos printed?
No,
Yes, bro.
it's oral tradition. There's no evidence that he said
Oral
it. No one
tradition.
recorded it.
Wow,
You
oral
gotta get some
tradition.
oral tradition.
You're trying to carry on some more.
You want oral tradition? In this house, we give each other oral tradition.
The joke is that from the original blog.
You see, that's not what I'm joking. Did I do something wrong? My mom goes, I love you. I hope you're having a great day.
These are 600 calories
Hey,
each.
hey, do you wish that do you wish that my hot mom would say that she loves you?
They think this cow is like a
No.
horse.
Why did Cajuns think she means?
Everyone in philosophy, no one got.
What?
No one got meat in philosophy.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago.
I'm converting you.
There's no way that was 2
It's
years
so
ago.
scary how they do that to the animals.
Will.
Jersey-
Being
Well,
around me is slowly like this is even guys to be real psychopaths.
Jersey Mike's
No, it's
posted
just that
on
that shit's
Twitter-
gross.
Jersey Mike's
If they had a good, if they had a good lunch,
Yeah, this
if
shit
they
is
had a
gross.
good lunch that had meat, I probably would have got it.
Yeah.
I just said it's
I
gross.
can't
but
lie.
this shit is.
I'm not gonna like go
Mariano,
there.
what are you doing about him?
Like,
I'm going to
You'll forget about it in like
for the man.
That's
Yeah.
homophobic.
Ass.
But for now, I'm fucking sad.
okay.
No, I know. I'm just.
Sad.
You gonna sing Death Grips?
Fuck no. There ain't
Oh,
no
fuck
level.
you,
So what the
bitch.
video show?
Please?
Like everything. They don't
Sad.
censor like
Hey,
anything.
Did they show like the slitting of the neck?
My mom
Yeah.
just texted me that she
So-
loves me.
Not even that bad.
It's pretty.
That's not the worst
I'm
thing.
surprised
That's not the worst
Yeah, I
thing.
know.
Cool.
They fucking take like
I'm
baby
not
ass
taking
pigs
it,
by
so-
the legs and slam them on like concrete until they can't move.
Yeah, I know.
They fucking.
How do you know that?
How do you know?
I've seen it.
There's just a clip of a guy beating the shit out of a turkey with a stick.
That's Kripal.
That's Kripal.
That's what happened to Kripal's turkey.
Are you gonna ethically consume your turkeys, Kripal?
It already did. It had none no more. It died.
I'm kidding. We all know Breezy is.
I watched that ass movie.
they take chickens and like fucking hold their beefs up to like a hot rod.
If they're not taking Viagra,
So they hold their beefs up to a metal blade, like a hot metal blade,
even if
to cut the
there's a
fucking
girl
beefs
running,
off,
hottest guy.
so they don't kill each other or themselves.
Cool.
Okay, but Trump has a.
I saw my grandma snap the neck of a chicken and then we ate the chicken.
But Biden doesn't know what he's doing. Neither
No,
did
she
Ronald Reagan.
snapped, she twisted it off.
Your grandma's a baller.
Joe
Wait,
Jordan.
she twisted the head off?
Yes, bro.
Hey,
I saw
what
her
the
do
fuck?
it.
That's fucking insane. Wait, what?
And it ran. It was like headless, you know, like the thing they say. It's true, bro. It just ran and then we ate it.
fucking
We ate
hate
chicken
that.
tacos. Yeah,
I
she
liked him for the longest time too.
and then it just snapped off and it was nasty and
Until
blood spewing out
whenever
of it.
someone asked him,
And
so
it was
what's your
like
plan
running.
to get $2,000 for people every month?
And we ate it and it was
I'm
good.
just gonna do it.
So
Like, he never
why-
gave
why
a
is
plan
it
of what he was gonna do.
Alex asked for it, which he shouldn't.
And then ran for
Who?
mayor of New York,
Alex.
which he should have won.
Dwayne.
Was it governor?
And Schwain.
Andrew Yang.
I mean, he's doing okay now.
Dwayne and Schwain. They're asking who Dane and Schwain are. Dwayne and Schwain. They don't know who they are.
Paul was right the whole time.
I know, right? That's the crazy part.
This is the only thing Paul's ever been right about in his life.
What?
That you know of.
What? What?
That's Dwayne right there.
Hi, Dwayne.
I thought it was something.
Hey Dwayne. Dwayne. Hey Dwayne.
What?
And Schwain is the little tiny one that hangs.
Wait, where's Schwain?
I thought that was Alex.
That's Dwayne.
Schwain is right there.
They're feeding on their ego. Like
Schwain is there.
No, that's Alex.
His name is Dwayne and
How the fuck is
Schwain.
his name Dwayne?
That's Dwayne.
Schwain is right there.
Yeah, Schwain's right
Dwayne and
there.
Schwain are
Not-
sitting next to each other.
Yeah, Schwain is behind Billy.
I got like halfway through this one.
Halfway through
I
what?
was kind of happy to speak when I was
Andy and Schwain?
I was like, yeah, that shit is.
Half asleep or what? We need to know what?
In the purple shirt.
It's really fucking sad.
I want to.
In the black shirt of Schwain?
He's so hot.
The kid that went.
You gotta push your glasses.
No.
To the right of Dwayne.
To the right of
Yeah, I wish you
Dwayne.
would have said it.
I want to fuck him. I want to fuck Will
Dwayne.
That's Schwain.
So the only
I
female
want to
over
see
is
his
Schwain.
penis.
Yeah.
That's probably not that.
So you tell me tomorrow, if I walk up there and go,
You've
on
gone-
Monday, I walk up there and go, what's up, Schwain? Sure, it's fine.
Yes.
There's a reason
Probably.
I just kissed the penis.
And if she doesn't, reply again and say Schwain.
Reply?
Yeah. Just say like, keep saying Schwain until like. What the fuck did Bradley just send me?
Wait, what?
Something disgusting and terrible. This is her name.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Have you called her that?
What did brother
We
say?
have not called her.
Please don't
anything
share
else.
this outside of this. I'm really having a good time making this.
So why is her
I
name
just
Schwain?
fucked my dog. Can't wait for the
happened?
litter. I am excited.
And they're always talking to each other.
Certified Discord moderator.
I don't think they've ever.
My dog's sitting under my desk ready to suck my dick.
It's Bradley.
No, I don't.
It's Bradley.
It's
Bradley.
That literally
Did
is
Bradley
Bradley.
say that? Did Bradley?
He sent the post.
Yeah, but they're not dating. Because
No, but this is like real. This isn't edited.
Symbiote mythic
Somebody just said I want to be his Discord kitten.
and if you use a launch pad, you'll see
if my wife wants to have sex with me, she's kicked out.
Yeah, I finally get some lighter.
Big bowls.
He's really grown up.
Does he have bad bitches?
Rockhampton album is still good. That's a Chai album is still
Is
good.
your mom a bad
Did
bitch?
JPEG Mafia drop EP1 this year? Or was that? The EP2. EP2 is kind of. It was fine. I don't like the direction.
Oh.
What else got?
Only person who said so far any of the names I've listened to that one guy. JPEG Mom. The one album that's on the show.
What?
Oh yeah, you listen to that.
I'm not saying stuff. You know,
New Crywink.
I know. I haven't listened to it.
I'm gonna listen to it when I get home.
It's like 30 years you listen to it.
33 minutes.
33.
Sex.
Help.
Sex.
My dad's, yeah. And my mom's, no. C-E-X. Sex.
Kex.
100 sex.
Oh, is that new 10,000 Gex album good? You would listen to it.
It's not 10,000.
Is it not?
No, it's 100.
No, I know it's 100 gigs because their new album is 10,000.
Oh, it's 1,000.
No, they're coming out with a new album. Their old album was 1,000. No, they already came out with it right now. Yes. I don't know. I know it's supposed to be 100. It's supposed to be 100,000. I know it's a new album. I'm so sure. I didn't listen. I haven't.
No, that's how I got to feel it.
Yeah, really. Those are the money machines. I don't like
Bet my money on a stupid horse. I lost that.
Because I run green.
Why are you saying Big Ben?
No. 10,000 gigs. I don't believe you.
Boy, that's cat.
What? No, Paul, I don't know how many fucking times I have to tell you this. It's water. There's no ingredients, you dumb shit.
Yes, there is. Look at the ingredients.
They put a rock in the water. It's fucking there. I'm just gonna look.
Because he's Mexican.
Yes.
That is real Jordan Humphrey.
I think I see Messi.
You two have the same exact shoe.
You know, he has high tops on. And they're new.
There are no ingredients.
Calcium chloride,
No, there literally is no ingredients.
Who the fuck put chloride in the water?
Okay.
What the fuck?
Vince Staples count was a good album. J. Cole count was a pretty good album. Isaiah Rashad count.
I forgot J. Cole came out with an album.
The off season? I didn't like the off season.
I didn't think it's bad.
I hate
everyone
in like J. Cole's world. The graphic section is like hell. I hate it so much.
I'm in.
volume.
Hey, by the way, our quiz today, I'm gonna try to just say, hey, can we like redo it, please?
It sucks. I don't know anything. Yeah.
I mean, there's been one time where we actually talked about it.
I know. We should talk him into letting us redo it.
Is that the solution to happiness?
That's the solution?
No, 100 Fuck out of here, man!
Bet my money on a stupid horse. I lost.
I'll get that.
Hey, check this out.
What? BT
We was 3-6. We came with a good set.
Yeah, how's it feel? She had a drink with you on.
How does it feel? How does it feel? How does it feel? Hey, you like balloons? You like balloons?
Have you seen that video of Drake where they try to shave his beard and he goes?
Have you seen balloons? Balloons Tower Defense 6?
I have.
Have you?
So much. I'm the best at that game.
I'm pretty good too, actually.
I'm better.
You'd be surprised.
You should put a.
The spirits of the forest awaken.
You really gotta hear this noise.
Why does he sound like that?
Have you seen this? You like the Shank party?
Yes.
Balloons Tower Defense 6.
Sweet.
It's so loud. It's really loud. Get Wall of Fire so he's even louder.
Hey, Shrimp.
Dude, he's really trying to debate me in the house right now. He's back.
Who?
Zach Davis? Yeah.
What is he saying?
He and Sullivan tried to say that entropy proves that the universe doesn't want us to exist. I was like, no, the fuck it doesn't. Shrimp.
The universe has a want at all? How can you prove that?
What? What?
They're saying that entropy proves that the universe does not want us to exist. What is it? It's like a definition would be better to explain it. I know what it means in my brain, but my brain is stupid.
Recreate the noise that Drake makes in that video.
What?
Okay, it's basically like stuff bad happens always.
Oh, Murphy's Law?
That's not Murphy's Law.
What's Murphy's Law?
Here, I'll read you the definition. A thermodynamic quality representing the unavailability of a system's thermal energy for conversion into mechanical work, often interpreted as a degree of disorder or randomness.
How did you get what you said from that?
And the other one in philosophy is like lack of order.
Oh, so chaos.
Kind of.
Why does that have anything to do with what the universe wants?
together?
Yeah.
Yours.
I don't think the universe wants anything. And if it does,
No,
it
I
would be like, I want to create
It's like
I want to do too much work.
It's a mailbox.
What?
What's going on? Will?
He's blue.
That's a good noise.
He put wildfire right there. Should have put it up.
It's such a good. Wait, did you save the label?
No. Why would I do
Where's the label?
Where's trash? And that trash can right there. Go get it, come on.
You're about to be in the trash
Go
can.
dig through the trash like a fucking animal. God, I hate him so much.
We all hate him.
Happy 5 months. What the
No way. Are you serious?
Who are these people? Who are these?
Oh my god.
Alright.
No. Eli, wait. He doesn't get it either. No, no one works with this here. God damn it. It's Shauna. It's just, it's past your time.
Who's that?
Jonna.
I don't know who that is.
My
Yeah.
coworker. How old are you? That's your ex?
I'm older than you. No, I just meant past your time. It's also
Oh, Ryan.
Happy 5
Ryan. I know you're older than me.
Ryan.
Like,
that guy was John became a manager just for
What?
and then they're talking about like getting married and shit, and they've already moved in together and they have a dog and everything. And then,
Gianna, the girl who left literally the day like I got.
did you not even work with John?
I worked with her a little bit,
That's insane.
but she had a nervous breakdown.
Because she had to clean up some shit.
The first fucking
She had
night.
to clean up some shit. I would have a nervous breakdown too.
Yeah, I mean, she was already having a bad day. Was that the same boyfriend that?
New boyfriend.
Oh, good, good.
So in the span of when you knew her to now, she had moved in with the guy, talked about marrying him, got a dog, met the parents, they're on vacation right now. They're doing it all, and it's only been 5 months.
Hey man, some people, you know, you never know, Reese. You can never record
What?
it.
Is it recording? Oh, I forgot to unpause it.
We're missing a lot of juicy stuff right now.
Oh no, it's recording.
Okay. They make I watching it. Yeah, there are. It's so hard to be sad with 100 guys. Just try being sad and hearing stupid words in your head.
I don't even like Hunter
I don't either, but it's hard to be sad when they're playing.
No, it's easy. They sound bad. I don't like it.
No, I'm just saying.
That's not me.
I'm focusing on the Gex.
I'm not.
Stupid.
I don't think it sounds good. I think it's easy to be sad. It's like, oh wow, I'm sad. This sounds awful.
Alright, let me be sad.
Right?
Yes. It's like salt and Tell him to stop.
Can you just get like 50
Drake, stop
wildfires?
hyperventilating.
Would that
It's
be
bad
good?
for you.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, bro.
Start crying.
What do you want me to say, bitch?
Start crying.
Be happy that
Yeah,
I'm
bitch.
talking to you.
Ow.
Be happy that I'm gracing you with
Bash my fingers against the desk.
Good. That's what you deserve, Kerpal.
Bash my face into my fingers and then into the desk.
I bashed my face into my finger, in my face, and my dad, my finger, and my dad.
Yes.
God, guys. No, why not? What? Properties. No.
Why not?
You got this will.
It's my
What
girlfriend.
rhymes will?
What?
Say,
That's your
don't say
girlfriend?
that.
29.
Yeah.
Don't say F's.
Don't say that. Okay.
What's going on, man?
I'm gonna save up for a super
That's
monkey.
pretty easy.
It was an accident.
There was an
say
accident that
quite a
turned
bit.
your girlfriend into a
Bracelet.
Hey Eli, will you turn off the lights so the parking lot
Monkey
kids
game.
can play Uno or whatever they're doing?
It's balloons.
And I'll watch it because I love this documentary.
It's Balloons Tower Defense 6.
All right. And if anyone can figure out how to get the subtitles off, I'm all game, but I don't.
No, I need subtitles. I can't hear.
No, it's Spanish subtitles.
No, I can't.
No, I can't speak English. I need the Spanish subtitles.
I don't need. I hate
So much of our life is lived in a fog of automatic habitual.
In Percy and Gruna Dead.
Mango.
We spend so much
My
time.
mango.
That is Italian. That's not.
I don't think you're inside. I just think you're
Raphael.
That's Italian.
Raphael, is it Italian subtitles?
Can you translate?
I think everyone does it for us. And we get so wrapped up in the hunt that it kind of makes us miserable.
Test.
This looks fun. That's me.
Target.
They want that PlayStation.
It's really easy. While you start laughing, try to frown.
What?
Try to frown while you're laughing.
Try to frown while you're laughing.
I'm not laughing.
Laugh. No,
I can't laugh.
No one's laughing.
you always laugh.
No, I can't.
Kripal, no one's laughing.
No one laughs at you.
He is laughing.
Joker laugh.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
I had everything I ever wanted. I had everything I was supposed to
Read
have.
the subtitles.
Everyone around me
Cinta si
said,
un mondo di
"You're
successo,
successful." But really,
ma in
I
realtà
was
per
miserable.
un uomo intellettuale
There was this.
I have never seen a student not look at a screen more than you. It is the weirdest thing.
Brian
Like, I'm
Nicholas.
watching and all Mandy is just like
The minimalist.
looking like 45-degree angle. It's weird.
Why is she just dreaming?
She's just dreaming.
Gaping void.
Il nome Vuitton
So
e prova il respiro un panno molte persone
with stuff.
con degli oggetti un sacco
Lots of
di
stuff. I was
oggetti.
filling the void with consumer
It all
purchases.
just sounds like funny pasta.
I was spending money faster than I was attempting to buy my way to happiness. I thought I'd get there.
Prevedo un percorso
Eventually, I
e
mean,
allora quando c'è la
happiness has to be
città
somewhere
forse
just
eccessiva o
You
poi
know, all the people in this room, you could benefit from this.
la vera trovata.
His shoes tie themselves.
Yes, I know.
What?
Did you not? I told you. I said, hey, here you go.
Consumer culture.
You're gonna have told to show the whole class.
robot shoes.
I said he can have to show the whole class.
Yes.
Time shoes.
You have to show the whole class.
No.
Go up there.
Go up here.
Go up here.
Tie your shoes for
Stand on the desk.
We got this. I'm actually so excited to see.
E c'è prima o poi la vera trovata.
This kid is about to make his shoes tie themselves.
That's probably nothing.
Okay, shh.
Face our direction.
What the hell?
Okay, that's just weird.
This dude self-tying shoes. I think he's about to.
Show this way.
His rocket boots are about to go off.
They make noise.
They play a song.
These shoes can also play music. These are incredible.
Do the other one. Yeah, show them. You get. I want closer. So this.
I think these are already. Is that actually nice? Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's the sound of the future, baby.
Can I try? Like, can you undo it and then I put my foot inside?
Say no. He has gangrene.
Yeah.
He has.
He's got the gout.
This guy has so many STDs. But actually, so when you take them off, when they're fully loose, you put your foot in it, it adapts.
Instantly?
What? Okay, well now I want to try it.
Oh, come on. You gotta take a little Eastman. Try. I'll pass the shoot around.
Will is currently filling this shoe with all of his STDs and gout and whatnot.
All right, sorry. We got distracted by materialism. My bad. Great segue.
Whoa. That's not the crazy part. That's just how shoes are.
It's on his foot. Oh my god. How?
But I wasn't living at all.
What about this?
He put on cool man shoes, and Kira said, "Whoa, it's on his foot." And I said, "That's not the cool part." And he said,
And people in the West are experiencing the best standard of living in history. Why isn't it at the same time there are such
"No, she was just amazed it's on Will's foot."
I think that
And I said,
biological
"That's a shoe. It's just a shoe."
delusional craziness.
I got it. He's going to move hard.
That's frustration. It's a good strategy to keep animals alive, including humans.
No, they don't.
Today, it creates a disconnect.
What?
Yes.
They need like sketch.
You're like a puppet.
What is
Whose
that?
strength
Did you go to jail?
by Mother Nature and evolution, reaching back tens of millions of years.
No, it's at your track.
We still feel restless. We still have these spectrum.
What is it?
This is a perfect segue into Plato's allegory of the cave.
Is it a key?
Will! Sit!
There's water on the desk. Oh.
Yeah.
What is it?
If you tap it, the person like a million miles away who also has the same one.
Called no one is seeking a better life.
I shouldn't have known.
Because no one wants to. There's too cool of shoes over there.
Please, I gotta do it right. He has a
You know what? And I mean this with all due respect, because I love the type of people you are. But if people like you cannot connect to this class, what am I going to do?
Are you talking?
The whole group.
Who's the group?
I understand the Colbys of the world not connecting. But the fringe, the cool kids.
Did he just call us the friends?
We're not friends.
Hey, hold on now.
We're at least in the middle.
Fringe.
Fringe?
Oh,
Friends.
Those who are like, never mind. Be quiet.
Let me tap that
It's why lottery winners are miserable. It's why homeowners have 3-car garages. The first car creates an exponential, awesome rush of happiness and joy and utility. The second car comes about because we tire of the first car, and as humans, we're wired to become dissatisfied. It's an addiction, really. And we are encouraged to maintain the addiction through technology and information.
American culture has, for the most part, these blinders on. There's definitely this illusion of what our lives should look like. Whether it's advertising or your Instagram or Facebook feed, it's this illusion that our lives should be perfect.
They're pretty cool.
You can buy them.
It's natural to use other people's lives and even imagined lives, you know, the confections we see in advertisements as a yardstick. You open Vanity Fair or Esquire and you see very sexy and glamorous lives, and then the projects for most people seems to become, you know, how can I get that or as close to that as I'm going to get? There can be an immense amount of dissatisfaction trying to live that way, and many of us see no alternative but to live that way.
Advertising has polluted and infiltrated culture. It's in our movies. It's in our television shows. It's in our books. It's in our doctor's offices. It's in the taxi cabs. It's in the bar sitting next to you. The person who you think you're just having an idle chat with.
Can you make it purple? Hey, started.
I know you are, Eli. Thank you.
Could have been replaced there by an alcohol company.
What is happening other than the shooting?
It's been a slug. This is not something that just happened yesterday. This is something that has been sold to us over, say, the past 100 years, slowly and surely, by those that want to make a lot of money. Now that's what I call a good-looking cow. They want us to believe that you really...
I would just like tap all the time until they take off their watch.
Every year that passes, there's more stimuli, there's more pressure, there's more options, there's more media, there's more noise. And by streamlining and simplifying and just letting people know that they have the option, it's that wake-up call that is really valuable and a very critical time right now.
It got to a point in my life where I didn't know what was important anymore. Then, at some point when I was approaching 30 years old, I noticed something different about my best friend of 20-something years. Josh, he seemed happy for the first time in a really long time, like truly happy, ecstatic. But I didn't understand why, because we had both worked in the same corporation, we had both wasted our 20s climbing the corporate ladder together, and he had been just as miserable as me. So I did what any good best friend would do. I took him out to a really nice lunch. I think we went to Subway. And I sat him down and I asked him a question. Why the hell are you so happy? He spent the next 20 minutes telling me about this thing called minimalism.
Before I discovered minimalism, I think my life looked like pretty much anyone else's. I had a lot of stuff. Hundreds, thousands of books. DVDs and VHSs, closets full of expensive clothes. All of these things that I brought into my life without questioning. But when I started letting go, I started feeling freer and happier and lighter. And now as a minimalist, every possession serves a purpose or brings me joy. I have a bed and a chair and a radio, and I have some furniture in my dining room. In my kitchen, I have appliances. I don't have any excess stuff. Everything that I look around at, I have to go justify to myself, not to anyone else, but just justify to myself. Does this add value to my life? And if not, I have to be willing to let go.
He couldn't just get his house is so nice.
Ryan and I just finished writing a book about the last 5 years of our lives, from being these suit and tie corporate guys to minimalists. And so now we're going to get on the road for 10 months this year and promote that book, but really promote a message we really believe in, a simple living message of living more deliberately with less. Oh, I don't need a jacket. We'll see where the journey takes us.
His car is wrong. He got into the passenger. What? He just got into the passenger side.
So you presented this as a 12-minute talk, 8-minute reading. Okay, cool. Because I just don't want to feel rushed into the talk.
What is this about?
All right.
Minimalism.
I said it first.
What's minimalism? It's where you don't have a lot of stuff.
Ready? I was born ready.
Nice.
Hello, thanks for coming out. My name is Ryan Nicodemus, and this is the Joshua Fields Milburn. And together we run a website called theminimalists.com. So today, Josh is going to read from our new book, but first I'm going to tell you a story about how we became the minimalists.
We've never been shut out, so as long as one person shows up,
that's all that matters.
I feel really good. We've had events where we've had 2 people show up, And that was amazing. We got to spend time with two people and add value to their lives in a different way.
I'm a hugger, man. Okay. Thank you for that, man.
I'm a hugger.
Thanks for coming out to talk, man. Our pleasure. Did you bring your Kindle and badge in there?
Oh, yes, thank you.
From the day I was born until
Those are from Mallory.
What?
Those are from Mallory.
What are those?
She pinched me. It hurts.
What is she? I can't see.
She pinched me.
It's like a chip. It's got bruises like all on his arm. It's kind of like a whole bunch of. She pinches him.
Yes.
The second grade with my
Do
parents.
one to me, but not that hard as she does.
I had
Ow.
like
It hurts.
She does it that hard?
Yes. That hurt.
Wait, what happens?
Bet your back.
When my mom left my
Why does she do
dad,
that? It sounds weird.
she just really went off the deep end.
Mallory pinches
By
me.
junior high, we had a lot of people over at the house. And later I found out they were in there smoking crack. They would cook crack.
I pinch her back.
By the 8th grade, the SWAT team was kicking in our door, busting my mother for selling drugs. It was a drug that overtook my mother. Josh had a very similar childhood to what I did.
We're minority.
My very first memory of my father extinguishing a cigarette on my mother's chest. Shortly after she left my father, she started drinking. It was my biggest fear that I was going to get taken away from her. When she was sober, she was a phenomenal mother. I think she kind of felt trapped. My mom always complained about money. She didn't have any money.
I remember being poor growing up. And I remember thinking, when I graduate high school,
You
I'm
want
going
me
to
to pinch her
start
as
on
hard
a
as she
path
pinches me?
that is going to take me
It
somewhere
hurts.
other than
Pinch her back even harder.
a struggle.
She is.
Are you two like masochists, or is it just like?
We're currently on our way to
What?
NPR for a radio interview. Those are our peeps. That's our demographic.
Because I've been naughty.
I think so, yes.
There's definitely.
We are indeed. How are you? I'm Ryan. I'm a hugger, man. Oh.
No. Usually we argue. And when she gets mad at me, she pinches me.
I think
That's
my
still
And I pinch her back.
We can tell why.
Straight.
Why they're pinching each other.
That's fine.
This mentality
That's fair.
of getting a
I
better
pinch, she pinch
promotion,
back, I
getting a
pinch,
better
she
house,
pinch back, I
getting
pinch,
a better
she pinch
car,
back, I
getting a
pinch,
bigger
she pinch
paycheck, being able to buy more expensive bar tabs. And to do that, I had to sell cell phones to 5-year-olds.
There's a template out there, you call it the American Dream or Keeping Up with the Joneses or whatever. That's just a template, it's not the template. And once we realize that, I think we can create our own template that works just for us.
We don't hit each other. I do this to Mallory.
The American dream has a long history.
I know.
It started
But
out
that's a
as
loose part of the
concept that was
skin that's
really
easily
more
bruised.
about opportunity. The U.S. is a land of opportunity where somebody could start out at the bottom, work hard, and do well. There's no question that what it means to have made it or to have achieved the American dream in the United States has increased tremendously in material terms.
Even say the
$100,000 a year plus kind of income became more and more an aspirational norm across the society because that's what's portrayed as normal on TV. A six-figure income.
We only argue during bed.
Beginning from about the mid-1990s, Americans went on a buying spree.
It's the most frustrating
It's
part.
probably unprecedented in human history.
Comedian.
And a lot of it had to do with the cheapness of products coming mostly from China.
He said it's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Whether we're talking about fashion, electronics,
quote.
all types of household goods.
My mom has this. Exactly.
So stuff's cheaper, but it's also more available. You can order stuff 24 hours online. There are big box stores. We end up accumulating a lot more stuff.
I was gonna say go touch it.
So much so that even though we have about 3 times the space per person than we used to in the 50s, so a lot more space. We've got so much stuff, we need space on top of that, and so there's a 2.2 billion square foot personal storage industry. Which is ludicrous.
No. Did it look like that? No.
So you have people living in these enormous homes.
Dude.
And if you really look at it, people don't use the space that they have. Someone did a study and they showed a heat map of like where people traveled inside their homes over the course of a normal day. It was a family of 4 and they were in a very average home. And what they found is that people used about maybe 40% of their space. Nobody used the dining room. No one used the living room. There was a big, porch. No one used the porch. I mean, I'm not saying this is the way everyone lives. Some people use dining rooms, but it creates this big vacuum that you have to fill. So people are throwing all this crap into their homes that they don't need.
This is also from
We're living our life depending on the space we've got rather than creating our space to fit our lives.
I don't like
It's so easy to go wrong. And you wind up with 3 dining tables on the same house. Well, you got to run pretty fast to eat 3 tables at the same meal. It's hard. Nothing is more responsible than living in the smallest space you possibly can.
Maybe he just bruises like incredibly.
We've probably sold or donated, I'd say at least 90% of our stuff.
That would be gross.
I mean, you can't bring all your stuff into a tiny house. I was commuting about 2 hours a day and then sitting in a cubicle for 10 to 12 hours a day. I had gained a lot of weight. I was unhappy. And I was kind of like, what's wrong with me? I should be happy. I've got all this stuff. Nice home, great husband. And Logan was like, well, you could probably quit your job if we simplified and moved into a smaller apartment. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't want to get rid of my stuff. I found a YouTube video, saw the tiny houses, and I was hooked. Hi, girl. What's up, dude? I think the biggest thing for me, at least in the beginning, was the financial side of things. When we looked at our budget and the numbers, I was like, well, let's just give it a go. If I hate a smaller apartment, we can always upsize.
I think there's this element of affordability, simplicity, and sustainability that just makes tiny houses seem like the perfect solution to a problem we haven't yet figured out, which is how do we go from working all throughout a lifetime to enjoying a lifetime with a bit of work here and there. For a long time when people were looking to buy their first house, they looked at their budget and they said, how much money do I have to spend? Oh, I have $500,000. Let me buy whatever $500,000 can get me. And the big mistake there was that these individuals didn't have $500,000. They had a loan that would guarantee them that amount. And of course, after a few years of people buying houses that they weren't actually buying, they were just hoping to buy someday, the entire housing market collapsed.
We're down 1.7% here, a loss of 37 points or so. Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning.
We're down by between 3 and 4.5% generally across these markets. Let's talk about the speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate.
It was the worst day on Wall Street
since the crash of 1987.
This could be the most serious recession in decades, and that means life, as most Americans know it, is about to change, in some cases dramatically.
I think where that has left us in the wake of a recession is with a really, really strong appeal to buying a house outright.
It's about to get worse.
I mean, yeah.
The vision that really came out of Life Edited is just like, hey, I think we need to take a step back here.
We're very much a mission-based company, and the mission being to do more with less.
So the Life Edited prototype apartment started with me buying a place, 420 square feet in New York, and coming up with a really aggressive program. What I was asking for was a lot. Live at home for a couple, be able to have a sit-down dinner for 10 or 12, be able to have guests over in a civil manner, and be able to work at home with some sort of standing desk. Very quickly, I realized that small space made so much sense environmentally, but it also made sense on many other levels.
One of the things that we really want to do is design homes around A, how people live, and B, what's truly important, creating more social homes, homes that actually bring people closer together.
It was kind of an incredible experience because going from the 1,200 square foot space, I had never felt more calm in my life. There was less stuff to think about, our overhead was lower. This is when I first started to say, this Life Edited thing, this philosophy, maybe there's something to it.
A beautiful future for us would be new development that does really well financially, has a much lower footprint, and have lots of developers copy what we're doing. And so that it really spreads and we start to change how we live as Americans and just change this desire for a better philosophy.
I think we've only begun to re-examine what it means to be successful in life. It's no longer that white picket fence, it's no longer that McMansion. I think that people are beginning to recognize that they've maybe been tricked and that they maybe have more agency over their options than they once thought they did.
Can you hurt him more?
We're out sharing a recipe. We're not out here trying to proselytize. I'm not trying to convert anyone to minimalism. But I do want to share a recipe and see if there are ingredients that other people can get value from and apply those ingredients to their own life. There's this underlying discontent, and I think that it starts to manifest in our stuff. And what I'm finding as we go out on the road and we talk to so many people, everyone is looking for more meaning in their lives.
All I did was grab your sock.
We're at the Tucson Book Festival. We're getting ready to go sign some books.
He's never had anyone else practice.
And then a little bit later, we'll do our speech. Man, look at all these people waiting to get their books signed by us.
Can you do it again?
Let's do it outside. This doesn't feel like us.
Do it
if
again.
one person comes, then we will go out to the front and stand there.
Okay.
What's up, man?
Oh, thanks. I'm a hugger, brother. I'm gonna give you a hug.
I'm guys on Facebook, and you got your talk this afternoon. What time is it?
We're at 7 o'clock. Imagine a life with less stuff, less clutter, less stress and debt, and discontent. A life with fewer distractions. Now imagine a life with more time, more meaningful relationships, more growth and contribution and contentment. So it's funny because people will inevitably come up to us and they'll be like, I'm not a minimalist like you. I have this book collection. I love books. I've got a nice big library and I love the way books smell. I love turning the pages. I love how they feel. I love lending them out to my friends and then we talk about the books later. And I'm like, hey, keep your books.
I'm starting to think that Will is on the spectrum.
And that's what I would say with any type of collection. If you get a book or whatever, that's great. Make sure you minimize it afterwards. But I love to get a hug from you as well. You know, we're big time huggers, so they're free and transferable. Make sure
Will took my notes.
Is that what that means?
I was 27 years old. I was the director of operations for 150 retail stores. It was December 23rd, 2008. I got a phone call from my mom. I sent it to voicemail because I was in a meeting at 7 p.m. going through this barrage of emails. And I realized I had several voicemails. One was from my mom. She'd been sober for a while, but I could tell in the message she had been drinking. On her voicemail, she said, "Honey, it's me. Can you call me back?" She told me the doctors had found something. She found out she had stage 4 lung cancer. She went through chemo and radiation. Stage 4, you usually don't get out of that. I got to hospice. My mom was still in the bed. The first time I cried in my adult life. Sobbed uncontrollably. I kept saying, "I'm sorry." I didn't even know why every time I was saying it. It just was the only thing that I could say. I really wish I would have spent more time with her.
My mother's death still hangs in the air around me.
Yeah,
Now,
Ethan wants to give
during
someone
the same
cancer.
month, my
I
6-year
don't know why.
marriage is
Sick guy.
But even while Rome is burning, there's somehow time for shopping at IKEA. See, when I moved out of the house earlier this week, toting my many personal belongings in large bins and boxes and 50-gallon garbage bags, my first inclination was, of course, to purchase the things I still needed for my new place. You know, just the basics. A shower curtain, towels, a bed, and I need a couch and a matching leather chair, and a love seat, and a lamp, and a desk chair, and another lamp for over there. And don't forget about the sideboard that matches the desk, and a dresser for the bedroom. And I need a coffee table and a couple end tables, and a TV stand for the TV I still need to buy. And now that I think about it, I'm going to want my apartment to be my style. You know, my own motif. So I need certain decoratives to spruce up the decor. But wait, what exactly is my style? And do these stainless steel picture frames embody that particular style? Does this replica Matisse sketch accurately capture my edgy but professional vibe? Exactly how edgy am I? What espresso maker defines me as a man? Does the fact that I'm asking these questions preclude me from being a, quote, man's man? How many plates and cups and bowls should a man own? I guess I need a dining room table too, right? And a rug for the entryway and bath mats. And what about that one thing? That thing that's sort of like a rug?
Runner.
Longer?
Runner.
Yeah, a runner. We're gonna need one of those. And I'm also gonna need...
Oh, you'll see when you get there.
Really?
Hell, what else do I need?
A beach?
That is living right there. That is living.
That's what
My name is Sam Harris. I'm an author and neuroscientist, and I'm interested in how our growing understanding of ourselves scientifically can and must and really should change our conception of what it means to live a good life. Gratifying desires in a starkly materialistic way create an interesting phenomenon.
It's not infinite.
You have this thing that you were obsessed about, but then the new version comes out. Which is new and improved in a dozen ways.
When it comes to the newest, hottest, most crave-worthy status symbols, you can bet customers will wait long hours to snag one.
And now you no longer care about the one you have. In fact, the one you have is a source of dissatisfaction. I think we're confused about what's going to make us happy. Many people think that material possessions are really the center of the bullseye, and they expect that in gratifying each desire as it arises will somehow summate into a satisfying life.
It is clear that as human beings, we have strong attachment initially in our lives to people who are caring for us. And sometimes it feels like those attachments spill over to objects, as if they were as important as people. I'm not so sure that we have such a great relationship with things.
All women. All women.
Oh! Bro, is this why you got fired?
What was that say? I'm talking to the author in sociology, Julie Shore, and I said the problem with our society is that we're too materialist. And she said, actually, if you think about it, in some ways, we're not material enough.
We are too materialistic in the everyday sense of the word, and we are not at all materialistic enough in the true sense of the word. We need to be true materialists, like really care about the materiality of goods. Instead, we're in a world in which material goods are so important for their symbolic meaning, what they do to position us in a status system based on what advertising or marketing says they're about.
The status quo in the fashion industry right now is driven by fast fashion. Maybe when our moms were shopping for clothes or our grandmothers, there were 4 seasons a year. Or maybe even 2 seasons. You dress for the cold, you dress for the warm. Now we work in a cycle of 52 seasons per year. They want you to feel like you're out of trend after 1 week so that you will buy something new the following week.
Okay. Thinking about it.
There have actually been accounts of big fashion retailers failing all of the clothes from 1 week together, slashing through them with scissors, destroying them and leaving them on the side of the road so that nobody can resell them or even wear them. They want consumers to buy as much clothing as quickly as possible.
The era of fast fashion in which we're making clothes in sweatshops and we're not paying the true labor costs and we're not paying the ecological costs of these things drove the price of apparel down so far that used apparel became worthless.
It doesn't work on me. I can so easily just forget.
Rice and beans cost more than used apparel. In historical terms, that's the world upside down. And that represents the economics of such an extreme and profound unsustainability. For a scholar of these things, it's kind of breathtaking and horrifying. Fast fashion is what's happened to apparel and then increasingly the whole consumer goods sector. Almost anything in the home now becomes an object of fashionability. And that's been a just dramatic transformation.
Think about the saliva in your mouth.
If you think about the concept of fashion, it embodies in it the idea that you can throw things away, not when they're no longer usable, but when they no longer have that social value, or they're no longer fashionable.
I think people buy because they're trying to fulfill
this void inside of them. And I know that because that was me. But no matter how much stuff we buy and how many different fads that we try, we don't become a more whole person. We keep looking. This hunger never gets fulfilled.
Think about how you're sitting on the chair.
I think it goes to the bottom line fact.
Feel your butt on the chair.
Isn't it just horrible to be like physical, like a human being?
Deep down, we don't
Think about how you're just
want
operating in a
goodies
meat
or toys or cars. We want what they will bring us. We want to feel whole. We want to feel content. This mindless consumption,
think about the underwear rubber.
this same thing that's not making us happy is also causing the degradation of our habitat. We can afford to have 350 parts per million of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. We're closing in on 400 parts per million. It's caused by the burning of oil, of natural gas, of coal, of all the fuels that we use to power our consumer economy, to power the making of crap that we don't need. This is real, and we really have to do something about it.
We're not going to ever be able to achieve the environmental gains that we're seeking while still expecting our lives to be the same. We're going to have to give up a lot.
Just thinking about it.
The secret is that a lot of that we're not actually going to miss.
Will has 5G.
It has been like 4+ years that I've technically been homeless. So I go to new countries and rent flats. So it's maybe in between homes or maybe home full. I just have a lot of homes. Just not in one place, not for very long. It's always interesting to go on a date or something and have to explain, well, yes, I'm homeless. Maybe I shouldn't lead with that.
You two have to win rock, paper, scissors.
When I first started reducing the number of things in my life and started getting rid of essentially everything that you put into these bags, so I went through and took photos of everything that I owned in the world and counted. And as a result, I found out that I had 51 things in the entire world.
You have to win rock, paper, scissors again, so I guess for both.
I started living this way about 4 years ago. I was running a branding studio. I'd always wanted to travel the world, and I had never left the country. And that was kind of a sign of my failure in a lot of ways.
Wait, what?
So I started a blog, left my career behind in Los Angeles, and started looking for something new, something a little bit different, and something a little bit more in line with what I wanted out of life. And now I carry everything that I own on my back.
Pour water on it. Actually, pour water on it.
I was able to get rid of everything that I owned that didn't fit into carry-on luggage, which was an immense decision and not something that I expected from the get-go. I realized very quickly I wouldn't need as much, and came to the conclusion that anything I left behind would probably be left behind forever. What did it at the end of the day? Knowing this path had been well tread, the direction I was going, and these very, very successful men and women with all of this money and all this prestige and all this professional background behind them, they weren't happy. They're very successful, but not in an absolute sense. They're dollars and cents successful. It seemed far more likely that I could find a definition of success that would actually get me to a place where I was both successful and just incredibly happy.
It does look like money can buy happiness in some sense. In global research, below $70,000 US a year, adding greater material well-being is linked to greater psychological well-being. But when you start pushing past that growth threshold, money doesn't buy happiness. You can have more money, but you're not happier.
Jim Carrey has a quote where he says, "I wish everyone could become rich and famous so they could realize it's not the answer." The first response is always this. Well, it's easy for Jim Carrey to say. He's rich and famous. Right? And I'm like, wait a minute. Who else could say that?
What shape is this?
It would take someone rich and famous to be able to say it's not worth it.
3 sides and 3 for.
We all need to have our basic needs met.
That is
Having a house, food on the table, being safe. that's really important to recognize because not everyone has those things.
You think that more money is going to, say, give you security. The problem is that you don't necessarily have control over making more. One thing you do have control over is spending less. What you do have control over is having less. And then by having less, you automatically stretch what you do have.
It's not so much about financial gain for me as it is about financial freedom.
Why did you wait for me? Because of my about them. Go. Sorry, Colby. You good. That's pretty cool. Whoa, go. Hey, can you say? Why? What do you do? He's an asshole. Hey, what do you do? He kicked my dog. No, like actually, what do you do? I will say it because I see off of other people's numbers. No, I don't actually. He's my friend. I just think it would be funny to have somebody he doesn't know go off and say fuck you. Somebody did that while I first started. Because I say fuck you to him all the time, but you've never done it yet. So I think it'd be funny if you go. What's up, Eli? I'm the only one. Bye, Eli. That was Hayden's brother. Excuse me, sir. Hey, Zach. Hey, Zach. Sir? Aren't we going to German? Yeah. Are you in German? Yes. What other club would I be in? I don't know. Sign language club? Good point. You want to go? No. I want to go to German. It's on the way. No. Damn, Gmo, don't drink the whole thing. Sir? You're going to drain the system. He's gonna drink the whole water fountain. Eric, you're going the wrong way. Eric, you look stupid. Eric, I hate you. He kind of looked weird. The way he was walking. Yeah. He kind of was walking. Sir? Wow. Full house today. Got these two. Oh, yeah, I know you. Dang, that's a wacky graph. Yeah, that's a really cool graph. I wonder who put that up. I can't believe that the daily test just went to 0. They went like straight up and then just straight down. Hold on. Where's the Oktoberfest?
What does Oktoberfest mean again?
I need to correct some.
What does that mean?
It's just a festival.
Oh, okay, thank you. It just happens.
There was a lot of tests like April 27th. There's like April 27th right here. It just like blips up like that. It's incredible. Sir?
I will choke slam you. Alright, please don't. I feel like I could probably do that.
I feel like we can make this a little better. We're going to erase a little bit here. I'm going to do I'm going to put hair brown.
Yeah, we could I know who it was, I just can't remember his name. If I see him, then I'll go up to him and ask him. Yeah, I know. I think I've actually seen him a few times. He has Under Armour hoodie.
It actually doesn't pass the vertical line test. Time it doesn't pass here either. It's not a function, obviously. What? Obviously not a function if it doesn't pass the vertical line test. Really not. I actually do believe it.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here.
Good for you. How'd you feel about getting emotionally scarred in philosophy?
I'm vegan.
I think I'm in the wrong place. Gang, I'm
Where-
in the wrong place, ain't I?
Where did he go?
I'm in the wrong place.
You might want to get out.
I'm in the wrong place. I'm
You might want to get out that door.
Hey,
He could just stay here though.
Where am I supposed to go?
Where are you in?
This is usually my apartment.
Wait, where's the stripper club being held here? I have a question.
Go home.
I'm out of here.
Just go home.
Question.
Just go home. Just go home if you're confused.
Literally no one will stop. Are there people out?
I thought.
Oh, it's probably in the courtyard.
Oh.
Yeah. It is. Is it? I don't see like in the courtyard.
It's probably supposed to be.
Why would it be in the courtyard?
Because that's where we spent time setting up for Oktoberfest this morning.
There's definitely. No, it's like actually baby.
Yeah, but there's a big thing over there that says Happy October.
Wait, it's Keller. Is Keller in German club?
Yeah.
Are we supposed to be outside? I haven't really fucking clue. Well, I guess we are.
I'm texting to try to figure it out, but I have no idea.
I'm going home. I'm going home. Screw this dude. I'm going home.
I'm done.
What the hell? How did Ethan know? Ethan knew just to go. Who told him? Probably Mallory. Oh, Mallory probably told him. What? If Mallory told Ethan to leave, why didn't he tell everyone?
Because he's a cruel.
Where are y'all headed?
We're going outside.
German.
Gage, unless I get that $30, I'm not.
I will cash that $10.
His first word scooping today. First word scooping. What he said. And I said something about some random crap that I don't remember. He was like, of course it's in the course room. That's what he said. It's the first thing he ever said.
What is it?
That's so
This is loud. I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like it kind of.
It sounds kind of like
Please make sure you do the attendance. If you don't do the attendance, you are going to be marked absent.
In the Lyceum. You asshole. Did she tell you to leave? Why didn't you tell anyone else? What? Are these bolts loose? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Just get a big old bolt.
big old bolt.
This is like a red gem infatuation giant bolt. Just assorted, bolted, and bolt.
Where did you go?
The You got scared.
Hey, you want that?
Because I didn't want to go through it.
How much you gonna feel loud? He's going to the dark.
Oh, is that the shrimp?
No.
Do you want this pretzel?
Yes. Why would I be eating it?
It's just
Should we double dip? What is it?
Have you seen his shoes?
Yeah.
I put them on. I put one on.
When did this happen?
How the fuck do you know?
Because he told me.
Can you tell me how cute I looked in them?
No. Why'd you not talk? Well, can I just say that you're a great kisser?
That'd be really nice.
Want to camera on me?
I've seen them kiss. I wish I did see them.
Hey, it's useful.
It's so hot. I mean,
It was hot.
it was, yeah, I watched it. I got hard.
What if I go over there and I take that tablecloth, I just pull it off and everything goes flying under the ground?
No, you do the trick where you like put it and everything stays. But kind of like, hey guys, watch this. Everything will stay.
You know, I'm about to ruin this for you. Meat to meat.
I know.
Isn't that fucking? I totally forgot about that.
No, I didn't. We told you. You would forget about it.
I feel bad now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I was talking about. You know the guy who made this Broadway? He probably got slammed on the ground. That guy right there. Are you? You're Houston, okay? I didn't know. That really threw me off. I can't lie. Eat a bratwurst. What animal is this?
You seen the video of the guy who's like walked up to the
She points at him at me.
dude on the side of the road, eating a hot dog, and the guy goes over there, beat the fuck out of him. The video on the side of the road.
I just thought I had like an evil like intrusive thought.
What?
She points at camera and I'm gonna fucking rape her in front of all. Why would I say that?
Why would you say that?
It's like the most evil thing I've ever even thought of.
It's like, can we normalize just saying random people eating hot dogs?
I don't want to say it.
Say it.
No. I said if she points that camera at me, I'm gonna rape her in front of Mariana.
What? Why?
But I didn't actually say it. I thought.
It's funny hearing it the second time. It gets funnier the more he said it.
Good thing I'm not ever gonna say it again.
So what? The green goes well with your eye. How?
Honestly, the whole outfit kind of dripped out in a weird way.
Yeah, dude. It doesn't matter because it looks great. I don't understand.
Oh, sad.
That's not sad. It's been planned out. What, the hat?
That is the most like testosterone-ridden group in this whole school over there.
Makes them not be carried. I got a hat. No. Did you get your boat out? No. Class time. No. Doesn't it look like class time? So sorry. Yeah, it is class time. We're learning about German. You gotta show me. Right. Yeah, that's technically true. Tell me who the German chancellor is.
Oh, Merkel.
She dipped.
She's not chancellor.
I said not Angela Merkel.
The lady came in, she goes, I got these.
Yeah, I said that too.
And I need some students to take these.
She dipped.
You're in German club? Do that.
I haven't been here for the past 3 weeks. No, I remember saying I ended up getting sick for one, and then I don't know why. And then you just like didn't show up the other two.
You already had PMI done?
No,
my pencil.
Third week we did something. I think it was the metal. Thanks, Chief Chef.
Thanks, too soft for you.
Oh yeah, Miracle.
Thanks, it's Chef.
You're welcome to get some. We don't
Thank you, it's Chef.
Oh, it's like Toby. My bad.
I do have cash. Wait, no, I don't. No, I've been.
Would you buy yourself
You want the $5 bonus?
It's actually $30, and I was willing to give you $10. $10 is a lot of money.
I don't think it's $30.
I swear to God.
How many people have you done this with?
Invitation for inviting $30.
Did you get $30 for getting it?
Not yet because he hasn't signed up. Well, I have for my parents. Both my parents signed up, and I got $60.
I'd be willing to give you $10.
I haven't really thought about it. I'll think of something. Hey, here's to you.
feel like it's a scam.
What's your phone number, sir?
I'll do it if you give me 20.
15. Meet the middle.
Yeah, we'll get to the profit.
19.
15. Half and half. Half and half.
Will has cruise control.
Yeah.
He could do that with anybody.
Half and half.
Also, I'm probably never gonna like click on that.
You should. You should, Paul.
Give me $18.
I'll do it.
For 18?
That's $12 for
Y'all are like staring at me like I'm about to get wrapped in it.
I haven't clicked on the link yet because I think it's a tough. I mean, it's not a scam. It's literally from the Cash App app.
Aiden's like half naked. He's got like one shirt. I mean, there he is.
What is your number?
Do I have to link a bank account?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know my routing number.
I will give you $18. I don't think you need to know your routing number.
Oh my gosh.
Well, 18, might as well do 20. I'm trying to help out Will now.
19.
18. I think we would be 18.
19, I think it's a funny number.
I prefer 50. There's 50 away from the funny.
50 away? No, the funny number, it's 2 away.
Oh, well, that funny number. There's a lot of funny numbers.
Yeah, give him $420.
If you give me $21, I think that would be very
How do those
fun.
headphones work?
This
is true.
I'm just saying.
But also, if I gave you $9 and kept $21, that would also be kind of funny.
You said $18?
I said 8.
Like, put it back.
$18.
Just to sign your bank account into a thing and then never touch it again.
And then my bones will.
See, that's the thing, is you're making that up.
And it's real.
From my bank account. Yeah, but you can delete your app as soon as you're done. What? How do you hear it?
Why do you want this so bad?
Because I get $12
From me.
Yeah, basically.
I'm not giving you $12.
Try to have his.
Well, I get $30 and I'm giving you $18.
Yeah.
So
He gets $30 for.
I gain no matter what. Unless I give you $31, in which case that's just not. When I realized that it was $30, I was like, that's a lot of money. What, this $30 thing? Well, it used to be like $5 and I moved it up to $15 and it's $30.
I remember when it was 5.
Yeah. It went to 15 for a little bit.
813-373.
Now 30 is like, I'm willing to ask random people to download Cash App.
It's working. You are getting people to sign up and get Cash App.
Soon they're going to sponsor me. If they realize that Gage Smoke is advertising quite a bit.
I don't know my debit card number, but I have a debit card.
Oh, wait. Did you download it already?
Yes.
Can I send you?
Didn't hear everything else.
Oh. Yeah, sure.
You might want to delete it, honestly.
Oh. Yeah.
What's your number?
865 304 6172.
Consent and invite.
The only bad thing about them is this: if music isn't playing and you
I was already
tap the pause button, recalls the last.
Maybe that hurts. This makes me not want to do the deal.
I'll give you an extra $1 then. You get $19 then.
Okay.
Because I feel bad.
I like how Gage is just wandering around like trying to get money out of people. It'll work.
I'm willing to give $19 now because I didn't have him saved in the contract.
Ooh. I'll get $5 when I send $5. Yeah, we'll get the app installed. Install it, bro.
It's so hot.
That's not my phone.
I'm getting money. I'm getting bread. 18 cents in your bank account. It's about to be more than that. It's about to be 12.18.
11.
11.18.
It'll be 30.18 for a bit. Yeah, for about. And then he'll send $5.
My Cash App balance will be 30. My bank account will still remain. However.
How are you?
But you can transfer your money from your Cash App.
Yeah. I need to put on Boom Boom. Doesn't it take time though?
Or well,
from your bank account to your Cash App.
So when you, at 0. But when you cash out, it'll say like instant, and it's like a 25 cents fee.
Took another.
Instant just means that they're going to do credit until they
It's
get
wild.
Yeah.
And that's how they make money.
It's fast.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fat.
Pretty age-back if you ask me.
It is.
Well,
705.
3-2. See, here's the thing, is that I could. I just don't want to.
You should.
Gage still invited.
Has Aiden done that?
Aiden's about to. He said, I'll do it when I get home this weekend.
Okay, I do need.
I don't want to do it for $10.
Just see how it works out for you.
Goes like this, and then he's going to turn.
It is actually dangerous.
And then with his tail, he chases away the flies. If the flies are not done, they go around like this and make the red.
449-074-0615-5.
What the heck?
You can memorize that and buy anything you want for no money whatsoever.
There's
You
not
have
that
to
much.
memorize the security number too.
Yeah, it's 703.
Sure.
Dance. Do the dance, Paul.
I don't know how many. Do whatever he's doing.
Alright. Ew, I'm stepping on the bros.
Open the cash app. I did. I now own Cash App and actually have $0.
Yes.
Did you're bankrupt, you nerd?
Well, that's how it works.
So this should be $19.
White t-shirt.
It should be 9. Oh, well, it's because I haven't gained the money yet. Oh. There we
Just
go.
getting free money.
So.
408-97546.
Nope.
You get out there and Gage.
Gage is trying to make bank, dude. Gage is hustling out here.
Gage is running Cash App.
Gage is running Cash App scams where you give them your bank account.
Be like me. You'll wake up at 12 and then when it comes to
Do you have Cash App? What? Do you have Cash App? No.
Yeah, do you have the app made of cash?
Do you want to make a profit? Because this guy over here is, you know the sign-on bonus for Cash App if you like refer a friend?
Yeah.
He'll give you part of it if you get it. He just really wants money. Probably for jargon.
Yeah, which one is it?
No, probably
Gage. Oh, the guy with long hair. He gave me $19. I'm making $19 profit. I still have so much shit. I'll recruit. I didn't know it was everybody's birthday. It says my birthday party. His birthday isn't today though. It's Monday. Well, now I feel bad, but I also don't want to dance. Because I'm always a sack of shit.
keep them right here. You gotta go right there.
What the fuck y'all doing? What are y'all trying to do?
Oh, we gotta race
Oh, speed drinking?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you doing the med? How do you feel? Yeah, I did that. He's bad at it though. I did too. But
Wait.
why did this money go that way? Y'all were just freshmen. That's all I'm gonna say. Water in my nose. The first part actually kind of hurt.
Why do I? Can I say? Hey Gage. Hey Gage. Can I send you the $5 and then you send me the $5 back?
Yes, that is exactly how you do it.
So I can get $5 more?
No, that's literally the way to do it.
I'm putting a lot of trust in this guy. He could
that's
you
how I
could
did
just
it with
keep
my
the
mom.
30 and the
I
5.
should just keep the 30 and the 5, but
You
I'm
could
not going to.
you could make
I'm
$35.
reasonable. I'm an honest man.
You're just giving away money.
Thank you, responsible.
If I send Gage $5, I only get 15 if I invite friends.
I will do this.
Yeah, it's because I've invited so many people.
Oh really?
Yeah,
That gets gear up.
Yeah. So what's the infinite money glitch you're doing? No, it literally is an infinite money glitch.
We are cheating. This breaks policy. This has to.
You're $30. Not yet.
This has to break policy.
You have to put money in. He has to send me $5, and then I send him $5 back.
If I send $5, it gives me $5. And then if he gives me the $5 back, that is infinite money glitch.
We discovered an infinite money glitch?
We have, actually.
No, but it doesn't always. It doesn't always give you $5.
Let's just grind cash out all weekend.
It's the first time you send $5, it'll give you $5.
So just create new accounts.
So
basically, you have to put money in.
I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that process. Jesse, it's fucked up. What time is it?
Infinite money. Invite money. No.
What time?
1:30. Money.
I don't want it. I know the connotations behind it. I would try this with you, but it would have to be fun. Get out there and break that.
I was trying to get
What was that looking for?
Ooh.
I don't
Look at
care
this.
that is.
Ooh, I got $5 for trying to cash out. Let's go.
Said about it. And they blew one too. I care about what you
I
said about
got
the
it.
fucking
I got it, Gage. You gotta send me $5.
Okay. Infinite money.
Infinite money glitch. I mean, this is like exploiting corporate America.
Okay,
right
so
here.
now I send you $5.
And I'll have 10.
On the hard it. Okay.
You guys are hacking.
Now I send you $5.
We're 34 minutes into the hour. When did you
I got $5 from
I have to
Infinite Money
transfer it.
Glitch.
Okay, so now I transfer.
How much is the fee?
52 cents.
Just wait till Tuesday to get it out.
And then I send 5 plus 9. No.
All of it.
So give me $519.
Are you still recording?
Yes.
Oh.
This is for legal purposes. I can sue Gage if this doesn't work.
I don't. Okay.
And boom. 20. I think it ended up being like $23 sent to you in total. You have gained money.
Dude,
I have gained money.
Willis made
We
$28
have
in
money.
the last
This
15
is
minutes.
profits.
$28 infinite.
I'm convinced that why does no one else want to do this?
I told you I'm a businessman.
You are a businessman. I gotta say.
I'm a businessman.
I gotta say that he's a good business. I will recruit. I will help recruit. We can make this a whole business.
You gotta do the infinite money glitch.
I told you I will give you money if you just give me money. It successfully works. He has $28. I have $12 in my account now.
That's kind
For absolutely nothing.
That's kind of epic.
How much work was that? 5 minutes? 5 minutes work? In total?
Max. You don't have to link your bank account. You link your debit card.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all you have to do.
That's so much.
Dude, I could do that right now.
Yeah. I would say do it, Paul. $28.
But Paul's not getting $28.
He doesn't because he's
I said
not
15
you.
and 15 with Paul.
I get the pity bump then, I'm not gonna lie. I get the pity bump. I'm back to recruit. I'm back to recruit with the infinite money glitch that me and Gage have. I have $28.
Oh, yes, sir.
Wow. Like, I didn't do anything.
You want to give me like 28 of those dollars? No.
But you can get $28 if you
Can
go.
I have 100% interest?
No.
So you know about the spam shoes?
Yes, I put them on.
They're special ed.
Shit.
So fucking cool, aren't they? Dude, they're so special.
I'm gonna recruit.
You gotta get in on this with you. You gotta get in on this. You have cash. I don't want. I do. No, I tried this hand a while ago.
Ooh, doesn't work. You can only get like 5 people.
It works.
You can only get like 5 people.
Okay, well, I'm one of the 5. Gage has more. Gage has more people. What should I buy with this $28 I made from an infinite money glitch with Gage? Infinite money glitch? Literally.
What?
If you do you have Cash App?
No.
Go talk to Gage. Right?
Go talk to Gage. Right here. Let me do some networking.
Yeah, Gage. Gage, we got it. We got a guy.
Make some quick bucks.
We got a guy.
Infinite money.
All right, get out your phone. You have a debit card number?
I don't have a debit card.
You don't have a debit card at all?
No. Do I need to like?
He's useless.
You suck.
You're broke. You're bored.
No.
Do I contact him whenever I do get one?
You're less than contact.
Infinite money.
How does it work? Infinite money.
I sent you an invite. They give it to you. Basically, I sent you an invite to this app. The app sends me $30 for you signing up for it. And then I'll send you. You send me $5 for it to activate it. I'll send you $10 back. And so you get $5 to total. I get $25.
How much have you made so far?
I have made $12 but Aiden's signing up, Paul's signing up wherever he is, right? So that's $60.
No, it's seriously not. It's just like taking advantage of Cash App.
It's really just a glitch, like it's infinite money glitch.
It's like
something close to that, like a 2x2 square full of water in Minecraft.
What is that?
Infinite money.
Basically, he gets a referral bonus. Like if you sign up using his code, he gets money, but he'll give you some of the money.
These are actually edible.
I do like. If it's so edible, why don't you take a bite?
I will. I'm not taking a bite out of the outside.
What if I grab more food?
Go ahead.
I just slipped my tennis ball in my pocket. What is this?
I don't know. Try it. Take a bite. Tell me. It looks like a churro. Josiah dropped his on the ground. It was so hilarious. What does it taste like? I don't know how to describe it. Here. It's not that good.
I mean, that's kind of good.
It's okay. You want it? I don't really like sweets. You're just gay. You just like seaweed. That literally looks like cum. I'll lick it.
I feel like her subconscious.
I'm grabbing another one.
Will.
Can I split your sausage? Yeah.
There.
You can have the sausage. I don't want it. You don't want the sausage at all? I just want the pretzel.
It tastes like a plum.
Alright.
A bitter plum. These aren't right.
He was talking about how the girl from Germany doesn't want to do it, and I have no idea what he's talking about. She's doing it because she's from Germany.
I know what happened to my
Who is this? Oh, Anna?
Anna? His name is Aiden.
I'm a friend of these guys.
Big German girl.
Anna was great at it.
Anna. They're just retarded.
Paul is dancing. He's having fun. Hey, Kerpaul. Hey, Kerpaul. Kerpaul, take a bite of this.
Where did you get that from?
Over there.
Oh, I thought you just like found it somewhere.
Hey, Will.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that.
Yo.
Right there. Do you just want to like reach and grab it?
Let us know what that goes.
Wait, what? He actually did, you asshole.
What the fuck is your problem? What is the problem?
You could at least threw it away from here.
Those are my homies. It didn't even come off.
You didn't even knock it down. Oh, I thought you grabbed it.
You just touched it. No, I brought it over here. Oh my god.
No. You have to like rip it off. You have to like rip it off, Josh.
Monday.
I wonder if there's a person that's getting that card.
Is that Keller?
Yeah.
Is this Keller and Gmo?
Keller.
Hi.
What's one?
He does. Hi, Keller. Hi, Taylor. Hey, Gmo. See, that's a grasshopper, actually.
Yeah, it's close. Actually, grasshopper. They still live in the same
There's an
place.
ant about to destroy you.
Wow.
He lives.
Still alive. You can't kill them.
They're actually invincible. It's a crazy quirk.
You ever watch Ant-Man?
You ever watch Ant-Man? You ever seen Ant-Man die?
They could lift you up. Yeah, I guess I can.
I've never seen Ant-Man die, but I've seen the ants in Ant-Man die.
Have you?
Yeah,
They die all the time.
They drop like flies.
Yeah, but you ever seen the ants?
Vomiting flies. Should the opportunity arise.
Vomit these flies. Vomit green eyes. They're not half-lidded.
What time is it?
Friend? 2 minutes.
He's a friend.
He's an enemy. He's an enemy.
He's all the way over there.
He's an enemy of the state.
Enemy of the state. Want to go see the bird nest over there?
Sure.
There's a bird nest like 3 years ago.
Did you see any birds?
Yeah, there were baby birds in it.
Were they just chilling?
What?
Were they just chilling, vibing?
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
That's awesome. Very good. Yeah.
You said there's a bird's nest 3 years ago?
Yeah. I told you that.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're still interested.
3 years ago. I don't think it's here anymore.
What?
He said he saw a bird's nest here 3 years ago.
I don't know why you still. There was a duck over there, and there was a dead bird over there last year.
There was a dead bird. I remember that.
There's a dead monkey on that road.
There was a dead monkey.
Wow, racist. Black people monkeys, huh? Is that it?
A bird will guarantee to eat that.
Can I? Ryan's a Chad.
He is.
I'm a little bit tangled here. I can't hear this without thinking of the Mario music. What if I gun somebody with me?
I'm not fucking kidding.
Oh no, it's
The balloons, pop the balloons. They're like, oh, sorry, force of habit.
Sorry, force of habit. I've been playing B2B6. You know what time it is?
No.
You know what time it is, Will.
Time to go.
Band time. It's band.
Oh, fuck you.
It's time for me to go, man. No, it's the Nickelodeon Wee Wee dance.
It's the time for the kids to go.
Yeah.
I'll go home. No, I don't. I love you.
You realize this? Just stay here and clean up. It'll be fun. That'll be fun. Air bro.
What is gay to sport food? Hey, Kerpaul. Hey, let's go to band. Why?
Are you doing outside?
I don't know. Maybe. Hey, CJ. Hey. Whoa.
Where are you going? No, you don't.
It's Garen. Hey, Garen.
That's what I do.
Hey, Garen. What is wrong? Hey, Garen. Bye.
I love you.
Love you too.
What trust, bud?
Hey, can we play wall ball when we go outside? Let's play one. Yeah, let's play wall ball.
bitch. What?
I've never heard it. It's just Indian. Okay, well then go to the Okay then.
I'm literally better than anybody on that field. That's it. I can do that. Exactly. Can they do that? Can they do that? No. Hey. Can they do this? Oh. Wait. What?
Can they do that? Can they do that? Can they do that? Can they do that?
That earbud might be quiet.
I mean,
I think it's
my old earbud.
I gotta go. What? I gotta go.
Wow.
Hey, you drop your bottle. You drop your bottle. You drop your bottle.
I hate this shit.
I know, Will. You tell me every day.
I just want to let you know.
I was thinking today, maybe we'll
It's like in philosophy, every single time he turns on a video, it's like, I hate these videos.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh my god, Ethan just fucking said that he would rather like do this than watch the videos in philosophy.
What?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
He's fucking whack.